Welcome to our deep dive. We're going to be digging into some pretty incredible dinosaur facts today. Stuff that might just make you rethink what you thought you knew about these prehistoric giants.
Yeah.
We've got some seriously cool research and recent discoveries from all sorts of online sources, so get ready to have your childhood dino knowledge blown wide open.
You know, it's funny how we always picture dinosaurs like these huge, towering behemoths, right? Just ruling the earth. But the reality is, well, it's way more diverse. And I gotta say, even more fascinating.
Okay, all right. I'm intrigued. Paint me a picture here. What kind of variety are we talking about?
Okay, so imagine, picture this. Alongside the massive Argentinosaurus, a dinosaur so large it could probably like peer into a third-story window, right?
Yeah.
You have the tiny Compsognathus, a creature no bigger than a chicken, zipping around its feet.
Wait a minute, hold on. A chicken-sized dinosaur? So not all dinosaurs were giants, then?
Exactly. That's the thing. Most dinosaurs, they're actually human-sized or small. It's just that. Well, think about it. Those massive bones, they're way more likely to survive
Right.
and then become fossils, which kind of gives us a bit of a skewed perspective.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So
Yeah.
are we talking like all land-dwelling creatures here? Or were there some like water-loving dinos as well?
That's a great question. And it brings us to like a super common misconception.
Okay.
Well, they might seem like they totally belong with the dinos, those iconic flying reptiles, the pterosaurs
Yeah.
and the sleek swimming ichthyosaur. They aren't technically dinosaurs.
Or
They're hip
bombs.
structures. They actually put them in completely different categories.
Okay, so dinos are land reptiles.
Mm-hmm.
It's a specific hip structure.
Got it.
But even if not all of them were giants, some were definitely massive. Right?
Oh, absolutely. Some were absolutely massive. But here's a twist for you.
Okay.
The largest animal to ever, like, grace our planet, it wasn't a dinosaur at all. It's the blue whale, reaching a mind-blowing 108 feet in length.
Hold on, are you telling me the blue whale outweighs even the biggest dinos? Whoa, that's a shocker. Why would a creature, like in the water, grow to such an enormous size? While land-dwelling dinos, even the biggest ones, never quite reached that scale.
That's a great question. And it really comes down to, the different environments. Land animals, they have to support their own weight against gravity, right? Which puts some serious limitations on their size. Water, on the other hand, it provides buoyancy, which allows marine creatures to grow to these, like, gargantuan proportions without those same constraints.
Okay, that makes sense. It's amazing how evolution works, huh? Just tailoring creatures to their specific environments. Speaking of evolution, I gotta ask about something that's always blown my mind. Birds being descendants of dinosaurs. Is my backyard robin really a distant relative of a T-Rex?
Essentially, yes, they share a common ancestor, way back in the theropod family. And it's not just speculation either. We see the skeletal evidence, both meat-eating dinosaurs and modern birds have those fascinating air-filled bones.
Oh, right. So that's why birds are so light and agile. It's amazing to think that this adaptation, which probably helped those theropods hunt, is still benefiting birds today.
Exactly. And speaking of fascinating discoveries, recent research has actually revealed some incredible new insights into the world of dinosaurs. One that really stands out is the largest dinosaur footprint site ever found, actually. It's located in a quarry in the UK. Imagine the scene, an entire herd of dinosaurs, large and small, leaving their tracks in the mud millions of years ago.
It's like stepping back in time. I bet those footprints reveal a lot about dinosaur behavior, huh?
They do. Scientists can analyze
Mhm.
the spacing and the depth of the prints, understand like how these dinosaurs moved, how fast they were traveling, and even whether they were, interacting with each other. It's a remarkable window into their daily lives.
It's incredible how much we can learn from footprints frozen in time. And while we're on the topic of remarkable finds, what about those incredibly well-preserved nodosaur fossils? It's like they unearthed a dinosaur mummy.
Those fossils are truly breathtaking. The level of preservation is so detailed that we can see the individual scales and even, like some of the soft tissues. The nodosaur was practically a walking tank with its armor plating, acting like, a built-in bulletproof vest.
Wow, a dinosaur with armor plated. That's incredible. What kind of predators would have even dared to mess with a creature like that?
That's a good question. It suggests that the nodosaur faced some pretty formidable foes, Perhaps even other heavily armored dinosaurs. It paints a picture of, like, a prehistoric arms race with predators and prey, constantly evolving new strategies for survival.
That's fascinating. And speaking of adaptations, I read somewhere that some dinosaurs had tails, like over 45 feet long. Seriously, what would be the purpose
Yeah.
of a tail that massive?
Oh, that's another mind-boggling example of dinosaur evolution. While the exact function of those super long tails is still debated, they likely served a few key purposes, right? Balance is one, imagine. Try to maneuver a body that large without a counterweight. And in some cases, those tails might have been, powerful weapons capable of delivering, like, bone-crushing blows to rivals or predators.
Oh, a 45-foot-long weaponized tail. I'm glad those aren't roaming around today. But here's something I find even harder to wrap my head around. Apparently, a newborn human baby has a bigger brain than most adult dinosaurs. How is that even possible?
It's one of those facts that really challenges our assumptions, right? About intelligence and size. While dinosaurs were undeniably impressive creatures, many of them had relatively small brains compared to their body mass. This suggests that their behavior was likely driven more by instinct and ingrained patterns than complex thought process.
It's amazing to think that we, with our much smaller stature, might have surpassed them in the brain department. And while we're on the topic of surprising features, what about those Therizinosaurus claws? 3 feet long. What on earth were those used for?
The Therizinosaurus is a real head-scratcher for paleontologists,
Yeah?
Those claws, they're unlike anything we see in other dinosaurs. And their function, it's still a mystery. The leading theory is that they were used for both. Foraging, so like pulling down branches to reach leaves, and defense. Imagine trying to face off against those.
No, thank you. I'm happy to admire those claws from a safe distance, millions of years in the past. But speaking of dinosaurs, have you ever thought about the word itself? Dinosaur. It's such a powerful word, but where does it even come from?
It's a word with a story to tell. It's rooted in ancient Greek, dinos meaning terrible, and sauros meaning lizard, terrible lizard.
Right.
Quite fitting for some of those fearsome predators, huh?
It definitely evokes a sense of awe and maybe a little bit of fear. But as we've been discussing, not all dinosaurs fit that terrible lizard image. Some were gentle giants, just munching on plants, while others were more like agile hunters.
And then there's the Eoraptor, the earliest named dinosaur.
Ah, yes, the Dawn Stealer, a fitting name for a creature that marks, like, the beginning of the dinosaur age. The Eoraptor was relatively small, about the size of a German shepherd, but it gives us a glimpse into the early evolution of these incredible creatures.
It's amazing to think that these creatures, from the massive to the minuscule, roamed every corner of the globe, even Antarctica.
It speaks volumes about their adaptability and their resilience. They thrived in diverse environments, from lush forests to arid deserts and even those polar landscapes. To think their reign lasted for over 160 million years, it's truly mind-boggling.
160 million years, that's almost impossible to grasp. But of course, all good things must come to an end, right? And for the dinosaurs, that end came rather abruptly, around 66 million years ago. It's an event that has sparked, like, countless debates and theories. The prevailing consensus is that a combination of factors contributed to their extinction: volcanic activity, climate change, and, of course, the infamous asteroid impact.
It's hard to imagine the scale of those events and the impact they must had on life on Earth.
It's a stark reminder of the power of nature to reshape our world. But even though the dinosaurs are gone, their legacy lives on, not just in the fossil record, but also in their descendants, the birds.
It's a thought that never ceases to amaze me, those tiny hummingbirds and soaring eagles, carrying a piece of dinosaur history within them. It makes you wonder what other secrets these ancient creatures hold and what other connections to the present day we might uncover in the future.
That's the beauty of paleontology, really. Every new discovery opens up a new chapter in the story of life on Earth. And with each new fossil, each new piece of evidence, we get a clearer picture of the fascinating world of dinosaurs and their place in our planet's history.
It's been an incredible journey so far, and I'm eager to dive even deeper into the mysteries of the dinosaur world. But before we continue, let's take a short break. Stay tuned, because in part 2, we'll be exploring even more surprising dinosaur facts and discussing those intriguing new discoveries that are challenging everything we thought we knew about these incredible creatures.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of dinosaurs.
Before the break, we were talking about, well, the incredible diversity of dinosaurs, right?
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling how many different forms they took.
Yeah, it really highlights, like, the power of evolution to shape life to fit specific niches. You have everything from, The massive long-necked sauropods, to
Hmm.
the agile feathered theropods and everything in between.
It makes you wonder, if, with all that variety, the name terrible lizard really fits every single dinosaur.
Yeah.
Some of them must have been pretty chill, right?
You're right, not every dinosaur was like a fearsome predator. Many were peaceful herbivores, just content to munch on leaves and ferns, and even some of the carnivores might not have been as intimidating as we imagine. Our understanding of dinosaurs, it's constantly evolving as new discoveries are made. For instance, we used to believe that they were slow and lumbering, but recent evidence suggests that many were quite agile and fast-moving.
So those chase scenes in Jurassic Park might have some basis in reality after all. Speaking of movie magic versus scientific reality, is it true that dinosaurs lived on every continent, including Antarctica?
It's true. While Antarctica is, frozen wasteland today, millions of years ago was a much warmer and more hospitable place. Dinosaurs roamed through forests and across plains in what is now a land of ice and snow.
That's amazing. It really speaks to their adaptability. But let's go back to those agile, fast-moving dinosaurs for a second. We talked about birds being descendants of theropod dinosaurs, but I'm still trying to wrap my head around how such different creatures could be related.
It is a remarkable example of evolution at work. Over millions of years, small feathered theropods gradually developed adaptations that eventually led to the birds we see today. The air-filled bones we discussed earlier, for example. They provided those early ancestors with increased agility and eventually enabled flight, the development of feathers, initially for, insulation or display, eventually became crucial for soaring through the skies.
It's fascinating to think about those tiny dinosaurs covered in feathers, taking those first tentative leaps into the air. Makes you wonder, what other ancient creatures might have descendants living among us today that we haven't even recognized yet?
That's a question that keeps paleontologists and evolutionary biologists up at night, while birds are the most well-known example. There are likely other ancient lineages that have survived in some form, hidden in plain sight. The fossil record is full of surprises, and new discoveries are constantly rewriting our understanding of the connections between, past and present life forms.
It's like a giant puzzle, and we're just starting to put the pieces together. Speaking of puzzles, one of the biggest mysteries surrounding dinosaurs is their sudden disappearance. What happened? How did creatures that had ruled the Earth for so long vanish so quickly?
It's a question that has fascinated scientists for centuries. The prevailing theory is that a catastrophic combination of factors, including volcanic activity, climate change, and of course, the infamous asteroid impact, wiped out the dinosaurs.
It's hard to imagine the scale of that kind of global catastrophe. Do you know which of those factors played the biggest role?
While all likely contributed, the asteroid impact, which left a massive crater in the Yucatan Peninsula, is widely considered like the most decisive blow. The impact would have triggered earthquakes, tsunamis, and wildfires across the globe. The dust and debris thrown into the atmosphere would have blocked out the sun, causing a prolonged period of darkness and a dramatic drop in temperatures.
It's like something out of a disaster movie. It's incredible that any life survived at all.
It's a testament to the resilience of life, while the dinosaurs and many other species perished. Some managed to adapt and survive, eventually leading to the diversity of life we see today.
It's a sobering reminder of the power of nature and the fragility of life, even for the most dominant of species. But even though the dinosaurs are gone, their legacy continues to inspire awe and wonder. Their fossils offer a window into a lost world, and their descendants, the birds, are a testament to the enduring power of evolution.
And the study of dinosaurs continues to yield new insights into the history of life on Earth. There's still so much more to discover, so many mysteries yet to be solved.
It's exciting to think about what future discoveries might reveal about these fascinating creatures. Who knows what secrets lie buried in the fossil record, just waiting to be unearthed.
The journey of scientific discovery is never truly over. There's always something new to learn, something new to explore.
It sounds like we're just scratching the surface of what we can learn from these amazing creatures. Before we continue, let's take a short break to gather our thoughts and prepare for the final leg of our dinosaur deep dive. Welcome back to the deep dive. It's been quite a journey through the Mesozoic era, wouldn't you say?
Oh, it has been. From those chicken-sized dinosaurs we talked about to, the mind-blowing fact that the blue whale, it outsizes even the biggest dinos. It's been a wild ride through the world of prehistoric giants.
It's crazy how much we think we know about dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
You dig a little deeper
Yeah.
and uncover a whole new layer of like fascinating facts.
Like peeling back the layers of time and revealing a world that's both familiar and yet utterly alien.
Yeah, and one thing that really stuck with me was the variety of adaptations we talked about. Air-filled bones for agility, armor plating for protection. It seems like dinosaurs had a strategy for everything.
Nature's pretty good at that, huh? Over millions of years. Evolution-equipped dinosaurs with like an incredible array of tools just for survival. And it's those adaptations that ultimately led to the rise of birds, those feathered descendants of theropod
It's
dinosaurs.
still mind-blowing to
Yeah.
think that my backyard blue jay is essentially a modern-day dinosaur.
It really is remarkable. It highlights the interconnectedness of, life on Earth, those ancient lineages. They're still woven into the fabric of the present day, even if we don't always recognize them.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder what other ancient creatures might have descendants living among us today. Are there, like, other evolutionary secrets hidden in plain sight?
That's a great question. I'm sure there are. As we continue to, delve into the fossil record
Huh?
and unravel the mysteries of DNA, I think we're bound to uncover even more surprising connections between the past and present.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that there's always something new to discover, right?
Yeah,
Something that can challenge
Yeah.
our assumptions and reshape our understanding of the world.
that's the beauty of science, isn't it? It's a journey of constant exploration where every answer leads to a new set of questions.
Well said. I think that's a perfect note. To end our dinosaur deep dive on, we've uncovered some incredible facts, explored new discoveries, and maybe even sparked some new curiosities along the way.
It has been a pleasure sharing this journey with you. And I hope you've come away with, a deeper appreciation for the incredible world of dinosaurs and their enduring legacy.
I know I have. And who knows, maybe our listeners will start looking at, those everyday birds in a whole new light, seeing glimpses of their prehistoric past in every flutter and chirp.
Yeah. So as we leave the world of towering giants and thunderous footsteps behind, keep that sense of wonder alive. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep uncovering those hidden connections that link us to the ancient past.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this Dynamite Deep Dive. We'll see you next time for another fascinating exploration into the world around us.